Thanks for joining today. I am Ryan Neiman, Fantasy Sports U here. Follow us on Twitter at FantasyU Sports. Catch us on the web at sportsu.com and go to Instagram at sportsu. I am Ryan Neiman. Thanks again for joining today. We are covering that topic that is the big news in the NFL of the Philadelphia Eagles releasing wide receiver DeSean Jackson. Talking about that and much more right now is Jay Sanchez from J No Sports. How you doing today, Jay?
How's it going, Ryan? Thanks for having me on again.
You doing much better than DeSean Jackson?
Sure, a lot of people are.
Now, the one thing I cannot get over is an athlete making all that money. Now, the rumors are that he's might be in a gang in L.A., the Crips, and he might be affiliated with one of the big gang members there. Why would an athlete even do this?
It's just a product of growing up in that sort of environment, in that gang environment. DeSean Jackson, well, he has 51 million reasons why he shouldn't be associated with them anymore, but he decided to continue to do so. But the reports are saying that there are claims that he has ties to a gang, and I feel like the Eagles kind of rushed the judgment a little bit because everyone's scared about an Aaron Hernandez situation. DeSean Jackson, I would agree with the Eagles situation, say if the team or FBI caught DeSean Jackson being involved in gang activity, but the reports are just saying that he has ties with gang members, and I feel like a lot of athletes, have friends back home that may be that are in gangs. So,
see, I understand.
If I was the Eagles management, I would just say, hey, DeSean, you're out of this. Try to move on from your friends from back home and start playing ball. I wouldn't just release him right away.
Maybe there's a story that's about to come out, which is another reason why they might release him so early. But as you said, his background growing up might have associated him with this type of group he's currently might be involved with. But with that being said, I mean, I'm an athlete. I'm making millions of dollars. I would distance myself away from these type of people so I wouldn't get in trouble.
I totally agree, and he has to lose. He's a multi-million-dollar athlete. These guys, his gang member friends back home, they don't have much to lose. He has a lot more to lose than they do. So he should have moved on. But as I said earlier, the reports are out there saying that he has friends that are in gangs. He's not in gang activity, and he hasn't done any gang activity, so it would be a different story. There wouldn't be that many teams clamoring for him like the the Chiefs, the Seahawks, or the Panthers if they found out that he was involved in gang activity. But all the reports out there right now are just saying that he has friends in gangs, and that could easily change. So I feel like the Eagles rushed to judgment, and now another team that will pick him up may benefit with his services.
Now, I highly doubt he's going to land in Oakland or New England. How about them?
Actually, there were reports that Oakland was involved. I think it's because he's fast, and Oakland's history with signing fast players. But yeah, that doesn't make sense. Signing DeSean Jackson to go to Oakland, where his gang friends are just a town away.
It seems like the NFL is becoming notorious for the bad boy image. You had Aaron Hernandez, now Ray Rice. You even have a owner, Jim Irsay, drinking and driving, having 29 pounds of crack or something in his car. Is this NFL going the wrong direction for the youth, or do you think they don't even care anymore about their image?
I mean, it just shows that these rookie symposiums that they always have whenever during for every rookie that comes in every year, they're not really working. Rookies are supposed to teach teach these athletes coming into the league to, move on from, your troubled youth and be smarter and make smarter decisions. And I don't know what's going on. And for Jim Irsay, that was an unbelievable story. I mean, the only thing I can say for him is that there's a lot of pressure to win in the NFL, and that's the only thing I can say. Maybe he's just really stressed out right now. Even though I feel like he has a good team, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he's doing $29,000 worth of drugs or something, and I don't know what's going on with him.
Do you think this type of news surrounding DeSean Jackson right now, would this hamper where he'll go, or do you think teams will still clamor up and get him immediately?
Teams are going to, as we heard, there are a handful of teams that want DeSean Jackson. But the thing that hurts Jackson the most is that he's not going to make as much money as he did before he was released. I can see him signing on with maybe like a 2-3-year deal, nowhere near double-digit millions like he was making in Philadelphia. I can see him, just what I think, I can see him making like, 3-year deal, $6-7 million. But that's still a lot, but it's a significant decrease from what he was making before.
You don't think teams are scared off at all with what's going on with him?
No, because right now he just has friends that are in gangs. It would be a lot different if he was involved in stuff with gangs, but he just has friends in gangs. I don't think a lot of teams would be going after him if, as I said earlier, if he was involved in anything like Aaron Hernandez was or like other athletes were. And plus, he's still an athlete in his prime. He can still burn any corner deep whenever he can. So any team would use his services.
Yeah, hopefully the Bears perhaps have cap room for him, but I doubt that they have enough money to obtain DeSean Jackson.
The Bears are kind of like the Eagles. They don't want to have any type of anyone with a bad history there. But I mean, the Eagles, they made a strong decision just releasing him when the whole truth hasn't came out yet. So I mean, like I said, everyone's scared about the Aaron Hernandez situation happening. They just want to get it, release him before anything big happens, and that would shed a bad light under their organization and franchise.
So do you think that was more of a panic move for them?
That's what I think. I mean, as far as what I'm reading, I have reason to believe. But at the same time, Dante Stallworth, he sent out tweets that the NFL has close ties with the FBI, so maybe the FBI has been watching him. Maybe he is, tampering with his friends back home more than the reports say. So I'm sure the Eagles know more than we are, but they know more than we do. But I just feel like it was kind of a snap decision, and a snap decision for a guy that could single-handedly carry your team with wins. That was a hard decision to make.
Whose image do you think looks worse right now? Ray Rice dragging his wife and beating her in an elevator, or DeSean Jackson?
Well, since it's caught on tape, Ray Rice dragging his wife out of the elevator, I would say him for now.
Yeah, I have to agree. Deeming evidence against Ray Rice, but they got married today or something like that, and maybe it's his way to clean his image for him. You don't see the Ravens releasing him at all?
No, and this actually goes back to what I was trying to mention in yesterday's show when we talked about this story for a little bit. The Eagles should have just sat him down and said, "Hey, you should move on from your friends." A lot of athletes have friends in gangs. We saw a picture, I think in 2009, with Derrick Rose flashing gang signs in the picture, and I'm sure the Bulls sat him down and just said, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing?" They didn't want to release him, so I feel like the Eagles should have done something differently. And the Ravens are doing the right thing and just, sitting Ray Rice down and asking them, offering help for him.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I don't think a lot of fans out there really understand where a lot of these players come from. They don't come from rich, suburban, white America neighborhoods. They come from a lot of these bad areas, and it's very hard to break away from that type of culture when you're growing up around it.
Yeah, and to them, they don't want to, as much as they should move on from these friends. I mean, the friends back home will think you're just, selling out by not hanging out with them anymore. So it's a fine line, and Jackson he chose the wrong side of it, staying close with his friends back home.
See, I was in a similar situation. However, it was with a girlfriend of mine. She basically took me away from my friends, and my friends thought differently about me. So I know the feeling that DeSean Jackson's going through.
Exactly.
Now, Aaron Hernandez, do you think DeSean Jackson will end up anything like Aaron Hernandez if he continues with this group he's hanging out with?
I think that's what the Eagles are scared of. I mean, but I don't think anyone's as crazy as Aaron Hernandez. I think did he get caught in jail, like beating someone to death or something like that? I mean,
he was like
me on that speculation. I think there's a report of Aaron Hernandez beating someone in jail while in prison.
I think he shivved him
he's
and.
He's a nutcase right now. I don't know what's going on with him, but the Patriots, he's had problems since he was in Florida, and I don't know why the Patriots. The Patriots swept all his problems under the rug because he was an amazing player. He helped them a lot in their offense, but I don't know. He's never going to be as crazy as Aaron Hernandez. No way.
That's why I find it astonishing that the Eagles jumped to conclusions immediately with the amazing talent that DeSean Jackson does possess. He's young, still has a lot of potential, unlimited ceiling. So kind of shocking that the Eagles would just dump him like that when they have Riley Cooper, who used the N-word, and they backed him, which is kind of strange that they backed him but not DeSean Jackson.
Yeah, and they have Jeremy Maclin that's coming off torn ACL last year, so this is a big decision made that's going to significantly affect their season and their playoff chances for next year.
Especially on offense, all you have really is LaShawn McCoy. I'm not sold on Nick Foles as their quarterback. And Riley Cooper, as I mentioned, he's their starting wideout right now. Will you be drafting Riley Cooper, your number one draft pick next season?
I wouldn't count on that. I mean, maybe as a wide receiver number 3 or a flex option, I would. But I agree with you. I'm not sold on Nick Foles either, and we'll see how Foles does without the services of DeSean Jackson on his team too, as someone who could stretch the field and make defenders miss.
Now, everything about this DeSean Jackson story, it's all speculation and just formulated opinions, basically, like what we're doing right now. But who do you think had more of a say of DeSean Jackson leaving? The ownership, or was it Chip Kelly?
I'll be honest, I don't think Chip Kelly had much of a say in this. Chip Kelly is hired to win, and DeSean Jackson was a big reason why of their success last year, him and LaShawn McCoy. So I think it was an ownership decision. They stand for not having guys with a bad past, and ownership doesn't want to pay someone that I think he just signed an extension 2 years ago. They don't want to continue paying someone that's going to be related to gang. So that was definitely an ownership decision in my mind.
Here is my theory. Summer is coming up, and when they say it's summertime and it's hot out, gun shootings rise. Maybe they don't want DeSean Jackson to be involved in a gun shooting. That's my hypothesis. When it's warmer out, more shootings occur.
I don't know what to say to that. That was a great theory.
That's the conspiracy theories out there growing about DeSean Jackson. But Jay, I appreciate you being on today briefly talking about the curious case of DeSean Jackson. Tell everybody where they can find you on the web.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at JKnowsSports, JAY and my blog is www.jknowsports.wordpress.com.
Awesome, Jay. Thanks for joining us today and talking about DeSean Jackson, because if you weren't talking about him, then nobody knows sports like Jay does. Thanks for joining, Jay.
Yeah. Look forward to going on your show again.
All right, thanks. Take care. That was Jay Sanchez joining us, talking about the curious case of DeSean Jackson. Thanks again for joining today in this brief session. I'm Ryan Neiman, Fantasy Sports U here. Follow us on Twitter at Fantasy U Sports. We're on the web at sportsu.com and Instagram at sportsu. I'm Ryan Neiman. Thanks for listening and have a great day.